And I always say to kids academically, the brighter you think you are, the dumber you should realise you are. You know, too many bright kids are really up themselves.
Yep.
I teach maths enrichment, which I did at Annesley as well, and I have very bright kids that I work with. I've got a little kid in year 1 who could read, knew all his tables before he got to school, and his older brother I've worked with for year 5, 6, 7, 8, so 4 years, and he's going to be year 10 this year, but he's doing he's going to be year 9 this year, sorry, and he will do year 11 maths, and then when he's in year 10 he'll do one of the year 12 maths and then 11 spec, and then he'll do 12 spec when he's in year 11. And I had to teach them humility. I guess the same can be said of athletes too.
Mm-hmm.
You've always got to... It's a nice sport, triathlon, because I found in netball and tennis it was very competitive, and you get that aggressive thing that I hated, really hated it, because I played with my sister, and if anybody heard her. So when I went to triathlon, it's very individual, and I think mostly you compete against yourself. So at the elite level, obviously, you know, because we've got Jess Trengo, which is Stenson, and but you knew her, didn't you?
Yes, I do know her. Yeah,
because I mean, she's just always smiled.
She is. She's just a ray of sunshine out there.
And she always had the smarts. She had the talent, but she had the smarts, and she knows how to work hard.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you know, when you're at that level, I mean, I know Jess would be about personal improvement, and getting her best time just recently is fantastic.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, because a lot of the elite runners that I've known, unfortunately, have passed away. Led the most healthy lifestyles. Maureen Moyle, she won, I think, 5 or 6 city bays. She passed away from a rare brain cancer. Marcia Hines, she had stomach complaints for years. I knew her pretty well, and she said, you know, they can't figure it out. She ended up with some sort of stomach cancer, and she passed away. She went over to Queensland with John, her husband, and raced there. And then Bev Lucas.
Yeah, that name rings a
and
bell.
Bev
as
has
well.
done lots of triathlons, and not triathlons, marathons, and she represented Australia marathon running, and she passed away in her early 60s, and very health conscious. But on the other hand, had they not been that healthy, other things could have happened, you know, but they always encouraged me because I was average to them, you know. And I know that I was average, but I was sort of maybe a little bit above average in most things. So in the triathlon, you have such variation that, you know, can be good. And one day, it's really hard when you race to make everything be on fire. And you don't know till you're doing it how it's going to feel.
How it's going to fall out.
So you just go with, you know, you might get out the water and think, oh, that wasn't a good swim. But then you carry on and you go, oh, I'm doing really well here. Oh, there they are, right. I'll keep pedaling and I'll catch up to them and I'll go past them. So you've got to adapt to all that as well.
Yeah.
Those differing things. Oh, don't wear distinctive clothing. I had Andrina Moore. She's, I don't know, a year or so older than me. I could blitz her in running, but she was a really good swimmer. And she would, sometimes if I came out and I was in front of her, I wore a bright yellow top. And she knew it was me, and she'd be aiming for me. So, yeah, don't wear distinctive clothing.
Okay.
If you get to know other people.
If you get to know other people, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I think at the beginning I'm going to be like a nobody, so no one should know who I am while I'm out there.
The main thing is that you enjoy it.
Yeah.
You feel, you know, after you do long runs, you feel kind of cleansed.
Yes.
I think that's the best way to describe
Yep.
it. You're pretty much empty. And I used to crave for fresh bread with butter on it. I used to think about having that when I finished, because my ex-husband and I used to do a fair few longer runs. The kids would go and stay with his brother and wife, and we'd go out for a couple of hours for a run. We weren't running fast back then, probably 5.5 minute pace. See, these days when I was running, I could do 6:15 pace, you know, and I thought, but not for very long. And I thought, oh, that's terrible. Because in your head, you're like, I should be able to do 5 minute pace. What's wrong with me?
Wrong?
But that's where I've got to accept my age.
Yeah.
And I remember Maureen saying to me, just worry about the running, Valerie. Don't worry about the pace.
Yeah.
Just that you're out there. And I think about her sometimes when I'm out walking or I do a little bit of running, and I think, I'm still going and she's not even here.
Yeah.
It's just...
And think about how
So
many other
enjoy each
70-year-olds are not doing anything or can't do anything.
I can't imagine not doing anything.
No, neither can I.
Because the exercises I have to do for my bunion surgery that's been done, you've got to sit and your top of your toe, you've got to go, to keep flexibility and everything. I'm supposed to do them 5 times a day. I do them about 7 times a day. And I've just started doing calf raises, and I couldn't do all the stuff that the exercise physiologist gave me, but I'm used to, my body clock is still waking me up about 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because I can't swim at the moment.
Yeah, and it wants to go.
Yes. So I'm sort of countdown to when I can swim again. But yeah, so it's a lifestyle choice that I have. I cannot imagine not exercising every day. And if I don't, sometimes I give myself Sunday off and I go, feel a bit lazy,
Yeah. It does become something, I think, and that's something I struggle with people in the gym who are overweight, or I get this comment. It's not a question, a comment all the time where people will go, well, it's easy for you, you run a gym, or you like to exercise. But I don't think they realize it's a conscious choice, and it's a choice that you do consistently every day. And once you start doing it, and we make choices all the time. Last night it was warm. We could sit at home and watch TV, or we could go for a walk.
Yeah, I wouldn't go out when it's warm.
No, but it was sun was down. But the choice is
Yes.
You can sit at home in front of the TV or computer or doom scroll on your phone, or you can go for a walk. It doesn't have to be fast. It doesn't have to be hard. And those little things make mass changes to your health. That's not even zone 2 training. It's just general health and well-being, but it's good for your body, your mind, your digestion, all that sort of stuff. But people go, oh, but I'm so tired. I've had a busy day at work. Doing what? Sitting on your bum, probably, looking at a computer screen, and now you're doing the same thing.
That's why you get up in the morning. I find it actually quite difficult to train in the afternoon. Back when I was nuts, I would be up, I'd be at the pool 5:30 to 7:30 or 5 to 7, something like that.
Yep.
And then I'd run at lunchtime, and then I'll go to the gym or whatever afterwards. But now is different at this age, I have to do it in the morning.
Yeah.
That's my time. And so I do all my exercise in the morning. Sometimes in winter I might go for a walk in the afternoon, but it's too hot for me during the day. I have vasovagal fainting.
Okay, yeah.
So I really can't be out in the heat. And sort of going to school, because I teach part-time, I couldn't do full-time, but teaching is very different. Having 5 classes, and even though I had, 17 and a half hours a week last year, I'd put in at least another 10 hours a week because I am very conscientious. And I still mark their work very promptly. And because of the online, they send me questions, about, can you help me with this? And they said, I've got the quickest response time. They're at home. And it's night time, and they'll send a message and then be the response, this is how you do it. And I use OneNote in Teams, and they have their own pages. I can write on their page. They can drop in what they've done, and I'll go, there it is, and I'll write something. So all that energy takes a lot out of me, and so I'm pretty much in bed by about 8 or 9 o'clock. I might watch TV while I'm in bed for a while, but then I'm up at 5:30 most times. I've just worked out what's the balance for me. I've had to adjust to not doing what I thought I could, and just trying to work out what works best for my body. Because you know how it's really easy. It's easy to read your body, and it's not easy because you can overdo it.
Yeah.
But it's easy to read your body and know when you need to back off sometimes. But
yeah,
I can tell if I'm not feeling as good pretty much straight away.
Straight away, yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm a pretty good reader of my body. So I've got 2 questions for you.
Yep.
The first question is, if anyone, I think, I knew you were inspirational when I was at school. You're even more inspirational now.
Don't know why.
Because I want to be 71 and still fit and healthy and
yeah, but you don't want
amazing.
a heart condition.
No, well, minus that. But that's hereditary for you, so that's okay. And you don't even look 71. Far out.
Yeah, hair was coloured yesterday.
But what advice could you give someone, anyone? It doesn't matter what age they are, about, I suppose, health, well-being. It doesn't have to be a crazy goal like doing an Ironman, but like, what advice would you give them?
It has to be a habit that you form. Once you start doing it and you get the feel-good feeling that comes from it, you will want to do it. But it has to be something you commit to. And I mean, I've always had great concentration. And through injuries, I've ran in water for 3 hours, so I'm nuts. But you have to commit to it. You've got to make it. That's that time of day that you are going to do that. Make it, it's like in teaching. Make it small goals at first. Don't set big goals, because you will fall down and then you'll be disappointed and you'll say, see, it didn't work. So small goals, small steps, and if you're trying to lose weight, don't expect it to happen overnight, because losing weight is less important than overall good health.
Yeah.
And good health comes from all of the things. And you probably lose weight as one of the bonuses of it all. But I really think it just has to be a habit. I really struggle if I haven't done some exercise on that day.
Yeah.
And that's because I've conditioned myself that that's what you do. You get up, you do exercises, and and I've kept the stuff in my pergola so that I can do it at home, because I'm not so keen on going to gyms, because I've got to go out. I can wear my pyjamas out there.
Well, that is a bonus. And then my final one is, what advice or nugget of truth can you give me leading into this?
Into the triathlon, the
whole journey.
I really think balance, because if you don't have everything in balance, your health could suffer from it. And I mean everything. The work as in your work, and then because this training for this is going to be huge, absolutely huge. You're going to need a network looking at you. In order to achieve that, you'll need your food, obviously you will be on top of, but also that balance when you actually feel tired, back off. And let your body, the whole muscle thing, muscles break down and they need that time to recover so that they can build up ready for the extra that you're going to put on them. And if you haven't allowed them rest, we know what happens. They break down and you get injured. So you need to listen to your body, and maybe you have somebody else to help monitor all of those things for you, I guess. And just keep the goal, and maybe the goal says, I'm going to complete it, I'm not going to worry about time in this first instance. I just want to see how my body goes finishing one, and make that your goal so you don't put too much pressure on you. And then I guess on the bike, I'd say don't push too hard, because remember you've got to do a marathon after that.
Well, yeah.
So I think it's got to be the whole picture, the balance, and that's your health and your mental well-being.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be really tired at times, and you may have to let work take a little bit more of a back seat at times, and let people do stuff for you so that you don't have to control everything. Because the commitment of doing what you're talking about is huge.
Yeah.
I was doing 3 to 4 hours training every day when I was doing faster runs and everything, when I decided I wanted to be faster. And that was huge.
Yeah.
And I got fixated on, I need to lose weight. I need to get my weight right down. And so, I got to 48.
Yeah.
I know it's not light, but it is.
It was light. Especially you're tall too. You're not.
I'm not.
You're not. You're taller than me, but that's.
But I feel positively fat now. But I'm not fat compared to other people. But I'm like, it's okay. And a couple of my old scholars who are doctors say it's all right. You should carry some weight because you need resilience at your age in case anything happens. And my mother was that. So she had a triple bypass. So yes, as I said, with the work, I don't see how you could maintain, because I'm pretty sure you work pretty bloody hard, you won't be able to maintain all of that and add in all of that, because you've still, though your kids don't need you, you wish they didn't need you. There's still demands there from family and your husband, of course. And then you need downtime. You need time. What do you do to relax? You go on holidays, but then you do a race,
What do I do to relax?
Like when you swim and at the end you just float?
Yeah.
And I still love that.
Yeah.
Just float and just exist. What do you do?
I read before I go to bed.
If I read, I fall asleep.
What do I do to relax? Maybe go down.
Maybe she needs to find something.
I work.
Yeah, she needs to find something.
Maybe I go do some hot yoga. Is that relaxing?
Oh no, I couldn't do that. You need something to let your body switch off.
Yeah. Oh, I did do something actually really weirdly. We went camping, and I've never really been into art, and I've had this interest in just drawing. Maybe that could be it.
My mother painted all these. They're all through my house because, of course, I haven't got mum anymore. But she used to paint.
So maybe that's my thing. Maybe I'm going to take up, like, drawing or writing or something.
Something that just lets you chill out.
Just lets me
because
chill.
If you're like me, you probably go to sleep and your mind is going over everything.
Yeah.
And it could be work. It could be what am I going to do with my, fitness? How do I improve this, this?
Thank you for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Been what you wanted, because I don't know what you want.
No, it's been great. It's been wonderful. It's been great to reminisce. It's been great to find out more about your journey as well, and where you went with your triathlons, and where I'm about to re-begin again.